Hello, I am Andy, and I would like to thank you for coming to my movie.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the casting of real-life figures that defied and surpassed our expectations.
I wanted to speak with you about your future, about what you hope to achieve.
Number 10, Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles, Ray.
That's Dez, Eminem.
Yeah, what's the spell backwards?
Come on, man. Why don't you give me something difficult? No name.
While we now know that Fox is an uber-talented multi-hyphenate, it's important to remember that general audiences in 2004 weren't aware of his potential for superstardom. Prior to depicting the life of the soul and R&B legend in director Taylor Hackford's film, Fox was best known for his stint on the iconic sketch show In Living Color, in addition to his self-titled late 90s sitcom.
Well, what if I want to go to another company? There's a guy out there right now that is willing to pay me 7 cents a record. Can you do that?
Man, I could promise you 15 cents a record.
Independently produced, then distributed by Universal Pictures, it was clear that with Ray, the studio will be taking a risk on a mostly unproven leading man. That doubt dissipated instantly, however, when Ray was released, becoming a huge box office success and earning Fox the Academy Award for Best Actor.
Ray Charles. Who's he?
Nobody if you don't know. Sorry, I should have kept my mouth shut.
Oh, no. Then you wouldn't be you.
Number 9, Austin Butler as Elvis Presley, Elvis.
Colonel says I play the charity concert tomorrow night as the new family style. Then everybody calms down and we get back on track.
When Denzel Washington himself personally calls your director to recommend you for the part of Elvis frickin' Presley, you can probably breathe a sigh of relief and assume you have it in the bag. And that's what happened to former Disney kid Austin Butler, who was Oscar-nominated and launched into instant superstardom for his starring part in Baz Luhrmann's epic biopic.
I'm gonna get on my jet plane with Lisa Marie. It's named after my beautiful daughter.
What makes Butler's casting even more surprising is the stiff competition he faced for the role. He was reportedly up against such heavy hitters as Miles Teller, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and even pop star Harry Styles. We hope Austin called Denzel back to say thanks.
Never met anyone like you.
I hope not.
Number 8, Nicolas Cage as Charlie Kaufman, adaptation.
I'd want to let the movie exist rather than be artificially plot-driven.
Great!
How many biopics are about the life of the guy who wrote them? Originally intended as a straightforward translation of Susan Orlean's The Orchid Thief from the page to the screen, adaptation evolved into a meditation on making movies that only partially adapts Orlean's book. As such, Cage was cast against type to play Kaufman, the film's neurotic screenwriter, as he experiences a mild existential crisis in trying to write the script for the movie you're watching.
Okay, we show Flowers and, okay, we have to have the court case. Okay, we show LaRoche. Okay, he says, I was mutated as a baby. That's why I'm so smart. That's funny.
It's a bit of a head trip. Cage, by then already better known for his unhinged performances in action movies, returned to his character acting roots in playing not only Kaufman, but his fictional twin brother, Donald. We told you, total head trip.
Hey, Charles, I pitched my screenplay to Mom. Don't say pitch. Sorry. Anyway, she said it was Silence of the Lambs meets Psycho. Hey, well, maybe you guys could collaborate. I hear Mom's really good with structure.
Number 7, Vin Diesel as Giacomo Jackie D'Norcio, Find Me Guilty.
I want to have lunch with the fellas. Every day, my marshals take me down to the holding cell.
Technically, you're still a prisoner, Jackie.
You think I don't know that?
Even in 2006, audiences mostly associated leading man Diesel with his roles in the Fast and Furious and Riddick franchises, which clearly didn't make use of the actor's full dramatic potential. Find Me Guilty finds Diesel playing Jackie D'Norcio, a slightly eccentric real-life mobster who is a defendant in this federal trial. This trial, by the way, stands as the longest ever of its kind, lasting nearly 2 years due to extenuating circumstances. Chiefly among them, D'Norcio's baffling choice to legally represent himself.
Could you tell all of us how you knew that those men in that restaurant was Italian?
Well, I guess it...
It's a shame that Find Me Guilty went decidedly under the radar after its release. Diesel is highly compelling as D'Norcio. Maybe he could squeeze in another drama between Fast sequels?
And a lot of us, most of us, didn't even get through high school, except maybe Carlo. So your testifying here can hurt us. Do you see what I'm saying?
It was just an honest mistake.
Number 6, Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Buddy, you're a young man, hard man.
head shouting in the street, gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face.
Possibly the film with the most troubled production on this list. There were moments when it seemed like Bohemian Rhapsody might never be made at all. Various iterations drifted in and out of development hell, including a proposed warts and all version starring Sacha Baron Cohen that was shot down by the surviving members of Queen.
I'm tired of the bloody anthems. I want the energy in the clubs, the bodies. I want to make people move.
You mean disco? Why not?
Eventually, the film's producers caught Mr. Robot, the USA Network cyber drama which starred Malik, and felt they had found their Freddy. Despite the Emmy winner's resemblance to Mercury, he, like Jamie Foxx, was untested as a movie star. Malik has even said that, during dance rehearsals, he felt like a lost cause. Ultimately, it worked out, with Malik winning an Oscar for his performance.
Let me get you a beer.
I wouldn't mind a beer.
Can you just tell me where we keep them?
Number 5. Kristen Stewart as Diana, Princess of Wales. Spencer.
Of course. Now I know where I am. We used to call him Bertie. I think that's my father's coat he's wearing.
Clearly, it doesn't matter if you've been praised by critics and cinephiles for your work across multiple indie films. When you starred in 5 Twilight movies like Kristen Stewart did, audiences have trouble getting the image of Bella Swan out of their minds. At that time, Stewart had been relentlessly mocked by memes, calling attention to her supposedly wooden acting, and that stigma had led audiences to question her casting as the beloved people's princess.
How do I look?
You look fine.
Not to mention the fact that she's American, and Diana was obviously British. When asked why he cast Stewart, Spencer director Pablo Larraín commented that he felt Stewart accurately conveyed the uncrackable mystery of Princess Diana. And honestly, it paid off, with Stewart receiving an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress.
See how they insisted on weighing me. Just a bit of fun. They can't change.
Number 4. Matthew McConaughey as Ron Woodruff, Dallas Buyers Club.
You got enough for 20 of us?
Yep.
It might seem odd to think about it now, but there was a time in the 2000s where Matthew McConaughey was largely regarded as an unserious leading hunk, foregoing his previous dramatic acting skills in favor of formulaic Hollywood romantic comedies that made money, but not lasting impressions. The juicy, real-life role of Ron Woodruff, an 80s HIV and AIDS activist, was passed from actor to actor, including the likes of Woody Harrelson, Brad Pitt, and Ryan Gosling. But the film's producers felt that McConaughey, a charismatic Texas native, was the man for the job.
That's where I got the idea. Welcome to the Dallas Buyers Club.
It would seem that they were right. McConaughey won the Oscar for Best Actor for playing Woodruff, capping off what was informally known as the McConaissance.
Congratulations.
Number 3. Ana de Armas as Marilyn Monroe, Blonde.
I couldn't believe that girl was me. But everyone in the audience would think it was me.
On the surface, casting de Armas as the all-American icon Monroe might have raised some eyebrows. By her own admission, the Cuban performer had only become fluent in the English language a few years before being cast as Monroe, and still bore a strong accent at the time Blonde was filmed.
Baby makes his wishes known. Norma's just a vessel.
Director Andrew Dominik was confident that he had found his Marilyn, however. He went to bat for her after her very first audition. De Armas immersed herself in the role and Marilyn Monroe's life over the course of a year, and despite the film's overwhelming divisiveness, with many regarding it as exploitative and disrespectful to Monroe's legacy, she was rewarded with a Best Actress nomination at the 95th Academy Awards.
Are you happy for me? Us? The Gemini and me?
Yes! Number 2. Steve Carell as John DuPont, Foxcatcher.
Some rich guy calls you on the phone. I want Mark Schultz to come visit me.
This dark wrestling drama proves that actors should never be pigeonholed into the genres they're best known for. Initially intended for future Oscar winner Gary Oldman, the role of the mentally ill heir eventually went to comedic superstar and Emmy nominee Carell. Much to the surprise of Gene McCarthy, the film's casting director, Carell was handpicked by director Bennett Miller, despite Carell's limited dramatic experience and relative lack of resemblance to John DuPont.
I want you to be champions in sport and winners in life.
Carell himself largely credited his left field casting to Miller, speculating that he was cast because Bennett says he has a benign public persona, and DuPont did too. Whatever the case for defying typecasting, it worked out. Both Miller and Carell were nominated for Oscars.
Anyway. The proof is in the pudding.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich, the Iron Claw. The former High School Musical mines new dramatic territory in this wrestling drama.
I'm sorry, boys.
It's okay, Dad. You can cry. Everyone cries. Yeah, what are you talking about? You cry all the time.
Christian Bale as Dick Cheney, Vice. Proof that Bale can handle pretty much anything a director tasks him with.
Hello, Dick.
Hello, George.
It's been a while.
Last year, foreign policy sessions.
That's right.
Willem Dafoe as Vincent van Gogh, and Eternity's Gate. The American actor is significantly older than the Dutch painter ever was.
It's a theater play called Richard III.
Who is that, Richard?
A king of England.
A good king?
Oh no, he was considered a real bastard.
Robert Downey Jr. as Charlie Chaplin. Downey was Oscar nominated for his immersive performance as the iconic British filmmaker.
12 months ago, you were still in vaudeville.
I'm top of the bill, Sid.
Yeah? Well, I still haven't seen anybody staring at you.
Yeah. Well, it's because I don't look like me.
Russell Crowe as Jeffrey Wigand, the Insider. Crowe convincingly plays much older than his 35 years at the time.
How do the radical journalists from Ramparts magazine end up at CBS?
I still do the tough stories.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Jim Carrey as Andy Kaufman, Man on the Moon.
In fact, this is the end of the movie. Thank you very much.
Didn't we just say that actors should leave their comfort zones more often? That's perhaps best exemplified by Carrey's all-in performance as the legendary comedian, actor, and provocateur Kaufman. This unconventional biopic goes a long way in maintaining Kaufman's unique mystique, and it seems fair to say that Carrey is a crucial part of that.
Gorski, that Polish?
Yeah.
You trying to do some Polish humor?
Oh, that's,
Shut up!
Beating out known dramatic actors like Edward Norton, Nicolas Cage, and John Cusack, Carrey took the role extremely seriously. So seriously, in fact, that the level of method acting he committed to not only alienated those around him on the film's set, but those who had known Kaufman in his life felt that he was reincarnated through Carrey. Behind-the-scenes footage of this can be seen in the Netflix documentary Jim and Andy: The Great Beyond.
Are you Andy Kaufman? I get that all the time.
Are there any biopics we forgot about? Any on our list that surprised you? Let us know in the comments below.
I really liked Dress to Kill until the third act denouement.
That's not how it's pronounced.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.